Hello friends, today I will show you the very simple steps to successfully get a Canada Express Entry visa. You must have heard about the Canadian Express Entry program. This video is for those who are willing to migrate to Canada but are not aware of Express Entry. This video will definitely give you the upper edge to file your document properly to get successful entry into world's best country to live in, that is Canada. I will try to explain the whole Express Entry program step by step, so that you may start preparing for it, without wasting your time. To apply for permanent residency of Canada, next are the complete steps for Express Entry program. Step 1. Language Proficiency Test. Step 2. Educational Credential Assessment. Step 3. Creating Canada Express Entry Profile online for ITA. ITA means invitation to apply. Step 4. Arranging the required documents. Step 5. Receiving ITA. Step 6. Medical. Step 7. Submitting your document. Step 8. Visa stamping, and Step 9. Landing in Canada. Now let's try to understand each step one by one. Step 1 is Language Proficiency Test. Generally, most of the applicants prefer to start with the second step, but I think we should start with the Language Proficiency Test. The reason for this is, Language Proficiency Test may take more than one attempt for you to clear the exam. Another good reason is, you can't do anything about your qualification, but you can score high in the language test, which will increase your chances of getting PR more easily. Now, language tests include both English and French. You may appear for either of them, but if you know both of them, you will get additional points. English is essential for all provinces, but knowledge of French is especially important for the province of Quebec. For the English proficiency test there are two available options. One is IELTS General and second is CRS General. IELTS test is conducted all over the world by two companies, one is IDP and another one is the British Council. CRS is a 100% Canadian test which is conducted by Paragon Company. There are many centres in Canada for this test and there are few in other countries like the UAE, India and the Philippines. You'll have to pay around $250 Canadian for each of the tests. Once you get your score, it is valid for 2 years only, so must apply within this period or you will be asked to appear for the test again. To improve your overall score, both main applicant and their spouse should appear in the language proficiency test, because a good score by both of them will boost their chances of getting the PR. Step 2 is Educational Credential Assessment, means ECA. Interestingly, ECA is not done by the Canadian government itself. Instead, there are independent companies which are authorized to evaluate your educational qualification. Evaluation means they check if you possess a valid diploma, degree or any certificate that qualify you for Canadian immigration. Second thing they evaluate is if your qualification is equivalent to the Canadian degrees or diplomas. Following is the list of those independent companies that do evaluation for your educational documents. World Education Services means WES. International Credential Evaluation Service means ICES. International Qualification Assessment Service means IQS. International Credential Assessment Service of Canada means ICS. Comparative Education Services. If you are applying along with your spouse, you need to file 2 separate applications, one for yourself and one for your spouse. Educational documents of both of you will be evaluated by these companies. Validity of this evaluation is 5 years and it will cost you around $250 Canadian. Step 3 is Creating Canada Express Entry Profile online for ITA. Before moving on to Step 3, you must be ready with the first 2 steps. That is, you should have required a language proficiency score and ready ECA report. Express Entry Profile creation is an online process. First, you need to choose the National Occupation Classification Code, better known as NOC code, as per your job profile. Every job profile is having its very own NOC code. You must choose it carefully and you may take the help of an expert for the same. Once your profile is created, you will be given points as a CRS score. Based on this score you will get an invitation to apply. Your score depends on certain factors like age, qualification, language proficiency score, the experience of the primary candidate and spouse. Now good thing it's free to create your ITA, but make sure you have your IELTS or CELTRIP scorecard ready with you. Step 4 is arranging the required documents for Canada Express entry profile. For arranging documents you are given 2 months, or more precisely 60 days. Some people feel it's enough time for them to arrange all the documents, but please keep in mind this is really a time-consuming step, so you better try to do it in the minimum possible time. Here is the list of the document required. Number 1 is Language Proficiency Score Report, Number 2, ECA Report, Number 3, Proof of Funds and the 2 on bank's official letterhead, Number 4, Police Verification Report, Number 5, Complete Medical Tests Report of all the family members, Number 6, Scanned copies of passports, Number 7, Experience Certificate from your employer that includes previous employers, Number 8, Photographs in specified formats, Number 9, Marriage certificate, and if you are divorced you need to arrange divorce certificate, Number 10, Birth certificate of children, and Number 11. In case you have a job letter from Canadian employers it should have LMO approval. The list may include more documents which vary according to the different candidates. Step 5 is receiving ITA. You will only receive ITA only when the cut-off score equals or go below your CRS score. I hope you understand this point, or let's take an example here. Let's say your CRS score is 420, and the cut-off is 412. So all the candidates with a score higher than or equal to 412 will be invited to apply. Step 6 is medical. Medical tests is one of the important steps. I have listed up few important points that you must keep in mind while planning of medical tests. Here is the list. Number 1 is, you need to get a medical certificate only from the doctors who are on the panel of the immigration department. Number 2, you need to carry photocopies of your identity proof along with your pics of a specified size. Number 3, you must disclose if you have any medical condition that is not visible on physical examination. For example, if you are wearing glasses or lenses, you must let them know. If you having some medical issues and you taking any kind of medicine, you must let the doctor about it. Number 4 is, cost of the medical test is around $100 Canadian, and the important thing is, it's non-refundable, irrespective of your result. Interestingly, for those applying for asylum, do not have to pay any medical fees. Number 5, the test lasts for few hours, and generally includes blood, urine tests, physical examination of your eyes, skins, limbs but not private parts. And last, number 6 is, finally, the doctor sends your report directly to the Canadian Immigration Department and send you a copy of confirmation along with payment receipt. You must secure both the documents because you will need them in future. Now step 7 is submitting your documents or application. After scanning all the documents, you will upload all of them. If you have collected all the documents well in advance, it won't take much time for you to upload them. Remember, as mentioned earlier, you have just 60 days to collect and submit your documents after you receive an invitation to apply for PR. You will also pay a PR application fee along with the visa fee. A separate fee is required to be paid for your spouse or anyone accompanying you. Total processing time is around 6 months, which may be more or less depending on your case. Next, 8th step is visa stamping. Before you actually land in Canada, you need a single-entry visa on your passport. After getting the PR approval email, you need to apply for this single-entry visa. That can be done through VFS, which means Visa Facilitation Services Center. Small fee is paid at VFS for this visa, but no other documents except your passport and photographs in specified format are required. You must carry printout of the PR approval email along while submitting passport for this single-entry visa. Last step 9 is landing in Canada. After getting a single-entry visa, you should move to Canada in a given time, because that single-entry visa is having an expiry date. You must land in Canada before it expires. After landing in Canada, you will be given the PR card. I hope you will find this video in on Express Entry program useful, and will get your PR, after following the right procedure step by step. If you want to watch more useful and informative videos on Canada, then subscribe to our channel before completing this video. Thank you for watching our video and spending time with us.